Can you imagine for a moment a world without sound? How difficult would that be? Well, if you've seen The Quiet Place, you would probably know something similar to what the world would be like. If you haven't seen The Quiet Place, sit down, relax, and let me tell you the plot to it. The Quiet Place is a thriller, not to be confused with a slasher horror movie like Friday the 13th. It is completely different from that. Anyway, Quiet Place is a thriller about the Lee family who are struggling to survive and try not to make noise. Why? Well, there are alien monster looking things just waiting for a noise to be made so they can run after it. Because they're predators. That's what blind predators do. If you guys did not know that. But anyway, they recently made a part 2 that came out in theaters, but something really bugged me. What if the aliens are slowly dying on Earth? Yes, hello. I'm Complex to Live, your neighborhood YouTuber and part-time theorist. Also, thank you so much for voting at the end of the month. This is what you guys voted for. Allow me to just say this disclaimer real quick. Quiet Place, the alien monsters looking things, if you are under the age of about 14 or something, or don't like really weird looking images, like gross images, then you may not want to watch this video because I'm going to show pictures of the monsters in this video. So if you don't like creepy looking aliens or monsters, you may just want to skip over this. Anyway, everyone still here? Oh, okay. Everyone's still here. Alright, let's get on with theory then, shall we? Alright, so for Quiet Place Part 2, by the way, this is going to contain spoilers just in case for some reason some of you did not know that. Quiet Place Part 2 shows the backstory of how the aliens got there. They rode on the pieces of their destroyed planet, which we never actually get to know how their planet got destroyed in the first place. A lot of people thought they got on top of asteroids, but that is wrong because John Krasinski, the director of it, the director of Quiet Place, by the way, Emily Blunt's also in this. John Krasinski confirms that their planet got blown up, and then they ride on the piece of the planet for some reason and down to Earth. Now, as I said before, my theory is on that they are slowly dying on Earth. But first, let's see exactly what's killing them, though. We'll have to see all the pros and cons that we know of them. So first off, we can tell that they actually can survive freezing and hot temperatures. How do I know this? We know they can resist freezing because their planet got destroyed there in space, solid space. And a human can only last about a minute in space without air, which means it's like humongously freezing temperatures that would kill someone out in the blue. But since these aliens can survive that long, this means that they can survive cold freezing temperatures. They can survive really cold temperatures. And how do I know that they can resist heat? Well, two cases. One, when a meteor hits towards Earth or something like that, you can see that their meteor has fire around it, which means there's fire around them, which means they are right next or on fire while they crash into the Earth, which means they also have strong durability, speaking that they can survive that huge of a fall. And also, another case of fire is that towards the end of Quiet Place Part 2, Emily Blunt's character lights one of them on fire, but then it's just completely unfazed. It doesn't limp, it doesn't fall down, it doesn't do anything. It just crawls out of the fire like, yeah, you done wrong, boy. So, what else can they do? Well, we know they also have sharp claws. I don't really know how it's going to fit into the theory, though, because that has almost nothing to do with it. But we see that just one slash on someone, they are automatically done. The one weakness they have, though, is water. But here's what made me think of this theory. If you look closely at designs from Quiet Place 1 and Quiet Place 2, you may realize something. So you probably have to see the movie in order to understand this. But something interesting that happens is in Quiet Place 1, they are like smart. But the funny thing is, though, there's only one. Well, until the end. Because after you kill this one, then suddenly two more come after him. And then that's where Quiet Place 2 comes in. But for Quiet Place 1, this one monster is causing so much disaster around this family. But it is like a smart devil. It is like a pro. But then in Quiet Place 2, it takes like 2 or 3 monsters to realize, oh, okay, something's over here. Let me go get it. It's like, oh, Yeah, bro, can you hear me? There's something over here. That's probably how they act in a nutshell. So as you can see, they are dumber in Quiet Place 2 than they were in Quiet Place 1. The only smart thing they did was just stay on a boat until they arrived at an island. Something else triggered me. If you look at their faces, when there's like a very high-pitched noise, their ears and their face just blow out a little bit. And that happens in Quiet Place 2 as well. But in Quiet Place 1, their face is just straight. There's no cracks or anything. Guess what there is in Quiet Place 2? Cracks all over the face. Now, what in the world does this even mean? What in the apocalyptic wasteland world of macaroni does this mean? Allow me to explain their traits for this. I think they're slowly dying on Earth. How do I know this? Well, if you look at all the things the aliens have, you may realize that they are not similar to humans in any way. Well, the only type of human is probably related to is Baldy, but I don't even know if he's even a human. Oh, there you go, there's another theory. He's a Quiet Place monster, everyone. There you go, conspiracy confirmed. But anyway, back to my theory. The Quiet Place monsters grew up on a world with no light. And they also are blind, which that's a side effect for a world with no light. Because, I mean, come on, that should be obvious. But in return, they have advanced hearing. What does this have to do with their faces? Well, they're in a new environment. So, because we have been around different planets, with our science and knowledge, we can't survive on any of the planets without spacesuits. This is exactly the case with Quiet Place monsters. Also, if you realize from E.T., I'm pretty sure, forgive me, it's been a long time since I've seen E.T., but I'm pretty sure in E.T. what happened was he was slowly dying on Earth because he was in a new environment than he's used to. This is the same case with the Quiet Place monsters. So, why are they not dead yet? Alright, so it's only been a little over a year since the Quiet Place monsters have been on Earth. And yes, it may take quite a while, but their knowledge and their durability is getting weaker. As we see, throughout the entire Quiet Place 2 movie, one slash and then the person's dead. But then that starts to weaken a lot. Because as we see, it's taken a few slashes to get someone down. And then, even at the very end, when one of the monsters gets into the radio tower, it scrapes one guy's knee. And that's all it does. And even though you can hear the guy groaning about the pain he's in, the Quiet Place monster's like, oh, I don't know, is there someone in this tower? I don't hear someone groaning over here. So yeah, you can see that their vision, well, they don't have vision, because they're blind. No, but their hearing seems to be getting weaker, if I'm correct with my science on this. So yeah, that's my theory that they're dying on Earth. I hope that makes sense. So their knowledge is getting dumber, their vision's getting weaker, their durability is getting softer, which means, you know, their skin, it's getting weaker. Their faces are getting moldy. Their faces are getting weaker. They're dumb all over the place now. And that is all because they're in a new environment. Because they cannot survive on Earth, and therefore resisting in the worst apocalypse ever. But hey, that's just a thriller theory, boys. Make sure to vote next month. I'll see you guys next time.